Okay, number 6. This is not necessarily. This is not talking about getting great sounds or how to play different styles and stuff like that, but just you need to understand how the music industry works. Long gone are the days where you would write a load of great songs and then somebody from a record company would come along and give you a load of money and that's it, it's done. It's not like that anymore. It doesn't work that way. People are unfortunately reluctant to pay for music, as we know. Free downloads have kind of wrecked all of that. But so what you need to do is you need to find every other avenue that you can to make, to create revenue streams, to create income. You know, working at Fender and doing artist relations stuff and that kind of thing, we deal with an awful lot of bands, and you know, unless you are Iron Maiden, for instance, or Biffy Clyro or someone like that, you know, who are the top 0.001% of working musicians in the world, you have got to have a real good understanding of how the money comes in. You know, so what is good at, I suppose, these days is that one obvious revenue stream is playing live. You know, so you actually have to be able to go out there, do it live, and just get online, and there are hundreds and hundreds of organisations and companies and groups of like-minded individuals that will help you to do that kind of stuff. Self-financed tours, venues, meeting people at venues, meeting people who play similar types of music to you, maybe going out and doing stuff with them, and obviously the internet. You know, a lot of people I know these days, they don't really make any money from record sales, but they do make money from syncing, for instance. Not as in syncing, but synchronization for radio, TV, advertising. You know, I know guys who make much more money from syncing stuff to games, for instance, is a very lucrative area, and advertising for TV, all the tie-ins, you know. So just, you need to be savvy, you need to understand social media, and you need to kind of realize that someone is not just going to write you a £1 million check. Those days are long gone. So you have to work very, very hard at it. I know guys who are in pretty big bands, you know, and they teach, for instance. You know, when you're not touring, what do you do? I've got friends who done as sidemen with some of the biggest solo acts in the world, and they will go and they'll be playing at the big day out in Australia, and then when the tour's over, they come back, they have their own covers band, and they're, for instance, playing in a pub in Putney or something like that. You know, so you have to be prepared to do that. There will be the great things, yeah, but there will also be a lot of times where you have to really, really dig in and make it happen yourself. I'm very lucky. I get to do something that I love and work for a great company. But again, you know, and that things I said earlier, I got one chance at it. I got one interview 13 and a half years ago, and I had to do lots of things that I've talked about. I had to play in lots of different styles. I had to talk about stuff. I had to know the history of it, Fender guitars, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, diversification, know your stuff, and be ready to take that opportunity when it comes.